Being a Moor, your job is never done until you are no more. And I have to admit that I have taken a back seat from my job as consul of the MSFMoA, not because of a lack of duty or responsibility, but more of the practice, I hate to say it, mental health. The one thing about having knowledge of self is having a knowing obligation of information to transfer to the people, not the public, but to the people of like minds, other Moors, other Americans, and other Moorish Americans, whether it be North, Central, Southwest, of the IMM and also the Atlantis Islands. So the thing about that, the thing about that, the thing about that is a lot of times you are alone with it. And being alone with it, it's it's because not because you have just more knowledge, it's just that you are more aware of certain things and you just surrounded by people that just don't give a damn. And so mental health wise is it can be a little maddening a little bit because you want to help, you want to educate, but at the same time you can lead a horse to water, but you cannot make it drink it. You can tell people that their rights are being taken away on a daily basis. They don't give a shit. They really don't. As long as their car work or they got money in the bank or they got food in their bellies, they could give a shit if their rights are being vandalized and being respun them as history no longer exists. The things that made what is today the foundation of it all no longer exists. Case in point. For 2 minutes and 17 seconds, you have been staring at this right here, Supremacy Clause. Now, this is not actually the Supremacy Clause of the Constitution of the United States of America. This is a edit about what is the Supremacy Clause in the Constitution. And if I could point out very quickly that in the sentence, it prohibits states from interfering with the federal government exercise of its constitutional powers and from assuming any functions. And also, further down, allow the federal government to review or veto state laws before they take effect. The reason why I just spoke of those two sentences within this edit of the Supremacy Clause is the word federal. Now, at the 3 minute mark and 12 seconds, you actually see a little dark, but you actually see Article 6, the Supremacy Clause of the Constitution of America. Now, you could take a screenshot. You could read it to yourself. I could say go look it up, but when you go look it up, 10 times out of 10 inside of that Supremacy Clause, if you get it on Google or wherever you want to get it from, it's going to put in there somewhere federal. Federal didn't exist when the Constitution was written. Do you understand? There was no separation. You couldn't have a separate entities of Democrat, Republican, or federal, or Jeffersonians. Like they had many political parties, but you couldn't have a separation when you create a nation. You must be a united front. Code word: United States. Think for a second. Federal is nowhere in the Supremacy Clause. They rewrite your history. And the only way and the only reason and the only authority they have to rewrite your history and spew it to you in a lie is because you don't know it. How about that?